This is DDS. We are your hosts, Blake Melton, Bradley Newberry, and the man Matthew Two-Tone Blue Parker. Parker, give me some good news this week.
I just want to win, baby. Just win, baby.
That's what I'm talking about.
No good news from this side of the table, but we welcome everyone to our NFL Pick Show. Welcome to December football, everybody. Things will start to heat up here in the NFL, but Blake, what better way to cool off than with our beer of the day?
Yeah, actually, I think Parker's going to show it to you here. It's the Black Abbey Guy Fawkes brown ale, right? Is it brown ale?
Yeah, brown ale, seasonal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Our friends over at Black Abbey, thank you very much for your great products. And we're going to partake here. So I'll give a listen. Oh.
I mean, I'm getting in the mood
to
talk some football now.
It's been a long week, my friends.
Look at, there it goes.
Oh, it's brown. That's for sure. Look at that. Look at that head on that thing.
I may need to put just some more on that one.
I think
Let's pour the rest of this.
What's Bradley going to drink?
Put some water over here.
Yeah, really. He's got an unopened Bud Light over there.
All right.
It's sitting there.
Yeah.
So what we'll do, we'll be partaking throughout the show. We'll give a quick review at the end of our pick show and thank Black Abbey for providing the bod, the beer of the day.
There you go. All right, guys.
We will kick things off with the 2-10 Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm bringing the gang, bringing Urban Meyer right here to Nashville, Tennessee against the 8-4 Tennessee Titans. They are coming off a bye week, Parker. Will the offense be ready, or does it matter?
Well, last night I was out with Urban at Crazy Horse. Yes, it doesn't matter. This is a get-right game for the Titans. They've already lost to two of the worst teams in the AFC. It is not going to be a third. Vrabel, we talked about this earlier in the year, does not lose when he has time to prepare. He's lost 2 times when he has extra time to prepare. It's just, I'm already, who am I going to pick here, right?
Yep.
What did you find down there?
So the AP reported, this is a great opening line here. There's no cure for a losing streak quite like playing the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars, 2-10, have helped 4 opponents end multi-game skids this season, including 3 in the past 6 weeks. Doesn't sound like things are in your favor down there at the end, but no, it's not going to matter. Jacksonville is just, they've been bad before, but I felt like there is always the chance that they could do something good, but I don't have any confidence that this team can do anything, really.
Let's not forget the Titans are coming off back-to-back losses. They've only scored 13 points in both of those games, Parker, against the Houston Texans and the New England Patriots. Can their offense really get it right against the Jags?
A.J. Brown should play. So the answer
Brown, really?
Yep.
No, AJ. No.
Wait, I was gonna say I haven't heard anything
I'm sorry.
about Brown.
I said wrong person there. Julio should play. So that should help. And
there has been some talk, local sports talk going on about should he though? Because what was it? Former wide receiver Titans Chris Sanders.
Yeah.
He saw a video of Julio coming in and out of his cuts during practice. And I believe he was saying, look, they've got that hamstring. They've got it wrapped really high, and he's coming out of these breaks, and it's like he's dragging a dead leg a little bit.
If he's healthy, yeah, he should go. If he's not healthy, then no. I don't think this is one of those teams where I keep saying we've got Nick Westbrook, Akina, and old man on practice squad that should play this week. Golden Tate. Those guys should be good enough to beat this secondary, this Jaguars team. So if he's not healthy, no. But if he's healthy, yeah, he should play. But Chris Sanders is going to know a lot more about than I'm going to know watching tape.
Yeah, I think what it comes down to is, should he play? I don't know. But Bradley and I talked in the reaction show that I hope that it's so much not a game that it doesn't really matter. Like he shouldn't have to play. You know, he's probably available to play, but as soon as they get to a comfortable lead, he's done. You know?
Yeah. Go up by 2 scores and sit them and be done for the day. Because I don't know. We've scored 13 points. That might be enough to win this game.
10 points might be enough.
That's a good point, because I have written down here that rookie number 1 overall draft pick Trevor Lawrence has only had 1 touchdown pass in the last 5 games.
Yeah.
And we've been saying that's maybe not even him. It could be this whole cluster F with what are they doing on offense over there?
I don't know what they're doing on the offense, but they've been doing it all year. So there's no reason that they wouldn't do it. And Titans might have a new defensive weapon.
Yeah.
Major news.
The linebacker from Houston.
Yes.
Vandy's own.
Yes. Zach Cunningham has joined Titans inside linebacker. And dare I say, one of the better inside linebackers in the NFL. This guy, I don't know why. I see Houston fans talking about how he sucks. I mean, Houston fans don't know what sucks.
Yeah, do they even know what good football looks like?
He led the NFL in tackles last year. And people that I trust more than just random people on Twitter would be Taylor Lewan and Derrick Henry. They both have said that Zach Cunningham hits harder than anybody in the NFL.
Wow.
I recently heard Lewan say that to Adam Schefter. And then I was looking up and Taylor and Derrick Henry said it on Bustin' with the Boys a while back. But really excited about getting him, and it's a really friendly contract. Texans are paying for most of it, and we can get out from underneath it. If he's not good, cut him at the end of next year, and it basically costs us nothing.
I think it's a good pickup.
I think it's a great pickup.
I don't know how quickly can get him inserted in the lineup.
It should be quick, because he should be taking over Rashawn Evans, who we should never see on the field again.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I mean,
strong words there.
He's awful. Rashawn Evans is awful.
It's been the biggest bust we've had, I think. Well, no, wait. No,
Yeah.
He's been a big bust. We'll say that. We've had a lot of really big busts.
Boy, Jags know about bust. Looking at their receiving core to maybe leading why Trevor Lawrence only has 1 touchdown in the past 5 games.
Mm-hmm.
Old man Marvin Jones Jr. is doing all he can. He's the one that's running the deep routes. They got no speed anymore. So that's him in that role. LaVisca is the one catching the bubble screens behind the line of scrimmage. And now all of a sudden Laquan Treadwell is their almost leading receiver. Last week he had 4 receptions for 65 yards against the Rams.
It's almost like they watched the Falcons and they're like, hey, we've got a guy kind of like Cordell Patterson. Let's use him that way.
He's not as fast.
No, but it just makes it like a gadget guy that they're trying to do things with. I don't know why they're trying to make him a thing. Maybe it's just because they don't. I mean, nothing else is working.
Maybe because they have something against James Robinson for some damn reason.
Well, Trevor, this is real. There's no way Urban Meyer's there at the end of this year, because even after that game when James Robinson fumbled and got benched, Trevor Lawrence came out and said over this week that he has spoke with the coaching staff and that he wants the best players on the field and that they understand each other now.
He has to be on the field.
Like, what is that? Your rookie quarterback is back there. And again, Urban blamed it. They asked Urban about it at a press conference, and who do you blame it on?
Bev.
Yes, not him, not Urban. He was like, well,
Bev and Bernie.
He's like, anybody fumbles, they go out for a while. Then it's on the position team coach when they come back in. I don't even know when they come back in.
Oh, man.
Sounds like a college offense.
Golly, you got to know your personnel, man. I know he's trying not to be the dictator down there in Jacksonville, but good grief.
Dude, you're a professional coach. Be a freaking, who cares?
He's trying to delegate.
Be in charge.
I just think about if Ryan Tannehill came out and said, well, I went behind the scenes and I talked to Vrabel about who needs to be out on the field. Vrabel would beat the crap out of him. Like, could you just imagine that happening here? I just think it's unbelievable.
I love you. I love your coach. I love Vrabel. I kind of like my defensive backs matchup this week. I like where they're getting Shaq Griffin back. He was out last week with the concussion protocol. Tyson Campbell, their rookie cornerback, has been playing better as of late. What I don't know is, are they going to be able to stop the run with these little guys that they're going to be running out there? I have no faith in that. But I kind of like my cornerbacks matchup this week against the depleted Titans.
Yeah. They may not be able to stop the run. Titans have actually been run blocking really well. The thing is, can the running backs not fumble it? Because they had 2 crucial fumbles 2 weeks ago that cost them that game. I'm not going to lie to you. I think this is going to be a really boring game.
I do too.
Let's pick it. What do you got? You have any other notes?
I don't. It's just a bad defense and a bad offense versus right now what's left of the Tennessee offense is kind of adds up to kind of a mediocre offense.
Is this your pool noodle game?
No, it's not quite a pool noodle.
I did get excited this morning. I got looking at players, and it could be a very Merry Christmas here in Tennessee. All these players, even Derrick Henry, Diana Rossini reported, who I believe is more connected to this team than any reporter, even locally, that it is trending that Derrick Henry will be back sooner than later.
I'm just telling you, man, his bones will heal. It's just a matter of does that incision heal properly? Because, I mean, that is a simple fracture. So, I mean, I know he probably puts a lot of pressure on that outside part of his foot, but he's just a different human being.
No one was ever going to question
like
his
I
work
said
ethic.
on Twitter at DDS Sports Talk, it'd be such a Derrick Henry thing to do for him to come back before Christmas.
They play, because I was trying to play doctor on in my head, looking at, because they play on December 23rd on that Thursday night game against the 49ers. I'm thinking the game after that, because you have one more long week of rest.
10 days.
Mm-hmm.
And then you want him to play a game or two if he's coming back. You want him to play a game or two before the playoffs. You don't want him to show up in the playoffs.
Yeah.
You got to give him a couple carries. Like that, to me, in my mind, makes sense.
Yeah.
So this pick, Blake, it's gonna be worth a lot because it's doubling down the Jags and Titans.
Yeah.
Double it up.
It'll be a tough one.
What you got?
So I'm going Titans. I'm going 24-3.
I think they get on the board. Jacksonville does. I think they get 10, but I do think the Titans are going to run all over them. I think it's 31-10.
I've got the Jaguars have not won here in the great state of Tennessee since November 10th of 2013.
Good God.
Coming off an 8-game losing streak. And I don't believe they're going to win this weekend either, folks. I'm going Tennessee Titans in a close one. The Jags cover the spread 20-16. Titans.
It is a divisional game. You know,
Yeah.
the spread's way. I mean, I'm picking some crazy score just because I think it could happen, but since it's divisional, it should be close.
We're moving on to our game of the week. We have identified the 8-4 LA Rams making a visit to the 10-2 Arizona Cardinals. This is Monday Night Football. The Cardinals are 7-0 on the road this season, but only 3-2 at home. And Blake, they find themselves at home against the Rams.
Yeah. Do we think the Rams are back on track?
Well, they're one of the teams that you mentioned that got healthy, got right game against the Jags.
They look great.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but it's kind of hard to judge when you're playing a high school team, which is what I think the Jaguars are. But the reality is Kyler Murray, I mean, golly, just steps right back in and starts slicing folks up. This is going to be a tough one for the Rams. It's going to be tough.
This is going to be a great game. I think that this is a Matthew Stafford game.
All eyes will be on Stafford.
Oh,
the
yeah.
health of Stafford. Will he have time?
That's the
to
question.
throw the ball down the field?
Because the Cardinals have had really good pressure
Yes.
on defense. If they have time, if he has time, which is a big if, because that line's been shaky, but if he has time, now that OBJ's been there, got a little bit more acclimated to the offense, because losing Robert Woods was massive.
Oh, man. It was bigger than everyone could have imagined.
Yeah, and people are like, oh,
It's just
he was in
Woods.
what
They still have Cup.
his blocking. He's the best blocking wide receiver in the league, and I know that sounds stupid, but it's a massive.
It's a thing.
It's a massive thing for that team. So yeah, they do have Cup, but Robert Woods, he was my favorite receiver on that team. I know Cup's having an amazing season, but for some reason, guys, I don't really know why, I don't believe in this Arizona team. I know they've only lost 2 games, and I know they're winning without Kyler. It feels, the offense feels awful, like backyardish to me, and that if it's not clicking, if Kyler's off, that it's just they have no chance.
So Blake, speaking of their offense, running back James Conner has now found himself scoring a touchdown in 6 straight games. You are the beneficiary of this in your fantasy football team. Can they keep the running going here when everyone thinks that Kyler's throwing to Hopkins?
I mean, I would say yes. I really hope so for my own selfish reasons. But I mean, let's not forget about the defense. I mean, 5th ranked overall defense in the NFL. I mean, good grief. I mean, they can still do some stuff out there on defense. And like you said, I think this is all going to come down to, is this going to be a game where Matthew Stafford big dicks it up here? Does he helicopter dick it? You know, he has to show up for the Rams to have a chance against this defense.
You know, and you
4th overall passing defense.
And you mentioned their defense, and I wanted to go back and look at their schedule. Like, I mean, I know you play who you play, but their recent schedule, they played the Bears, and the Bears suck, and that was in a really windy, rainy game. Before that, they played the Seahawks. The Seahawks suck. Before that, they got beat down by the Panthers, 34-10. Every time they step up in class, they've only lost a couple of times, but they've only played a couple of really good teams. They lost to, I mean, they did beat down the Rams earlier this year.
They were losing to the Jags earlier this year.
And I know they beat the Titans the first game. I don't really count the first game for any team. It's really tough in the NFL this year. It feels like there's no good
Parker
team.
says fraudulent alert.
Nah, I don't think.
Well, I think it's good on good is really what it is. You know, you got the 3rd ranked passing offensive attack going against the defense of Arizona that's supposed to be pretty good.
The NFC West is pretty good. I mean,
yeah, we've talked about it. Yeah.
Now Seattle's beat San Fran. I mean, that division is something.
I think my issue is I don't believe in their coach. I think Kingsbury sucks.
Yeah. I got you. I'll start it off. I'm going to give a quick shout out to Rams left tackle Andrew Whitworth. He will be making history this week, becoming the first NFL player to start at left tackle at the age of 40 or older. I'm going Arizona Cardinals 30-27 in a field goal game.
I love Whitworth. I fell in love with him when they did the HBO oh my God, Hard Knocks on the Cardinal or on the Rams, and they followed him. It was awesome. But I think the Rams got right last week. I think they're back. I think they got a little taste of victory. And these second divisional games are usually a lot closer than the first one. I think the Rams are going to put up some points in this game. I think they're going to be able to protect Stafford. I'm looking 34-24 Rams.
Well, you know, I'm looking at this. Yeah, Kyler's kind of got the hot hand at the moment. But I tend to believe that what Parker just said there, that the Rams kind of got right. I think that the trend of Jacksonville putting people right back on the winning ways, the winning train that is going to be a big deal. I think this pass offense against that pass defense is going to be a pretty good matchup to watch. But at the same time, I think there's just too many weapons there for Matthew Stafford. So
I'll remind everyone, don't forget.
I'm going 31-30.
Yeah, don't forget that Aaron Rodgers went into Arizona with a depleted receiving core. He was basically throwing to his running backs, and he went up in there and won. So you have Matthew Stafford bringing Cooper Kupp into the same venue. He's got a better shot than Rodgers had, right?
Man, he's not. I mean, I love Matthew Stafford, but he's not Aaron Rodgers. I mean,
yeah, that's not a fair comparison.
But I'm just talking about the overall package of quarterback and receivers. Rodgers had nothing that night.
He did, but he has a better line.
Yeah.
But you're right. No, but Rodgers is used to playing with nothing. If he doesn't have, I mean, he's got one guy.
Yeah.
Outside of Devontae, who would you got? MVS, Lazard,
Cobb.
Yeah, Cobb. Yeah,
Cab.
Like, I mean, he just doesn't have. I could see why Aaron Rodgers is pissed off at the Packers because, man, if they would have just given him, I know
something.
Adams is an awesome weapon,
man.
Yeah.
But God, if he had just one other guy over the years.
Ugh. For all of you listeners in Pittsburgh, this guy says Aaron Rodgers might be relocating.
Hey, it makes sense, right? Think about that offense with him. I know Denver's the leading candidate on this. That's for the whole rumor, but God, it'd be tough to pass that up.
Yeah.
All right. Underdog time, where we have to try to identify a team that is not supposed to win, but will win straight up. Anyone. Blake.
I'll start us off because I'll be quick. Looking at this, where is it at? The Ravens game.
Okay.
Who the hell are they playing?
Baltimore at Cleveland.
Yeah. Right now, Ravens 3-point underdog. I don't think Baker Mayfield has the juice. I know he's playing for kind of his professional life at this point, his relevancy, that is. I think Lamar Jackson has probably got a little bit of the old red ass after the game last week and how it ended. I think he is going to take it personal. I think he's going to be out to prove something, and I think he's going to go out there and have a statement game against the Cleveland Browns.
I have something on this one, but I'll save it.
All right. I have identified. I'm going to go with the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, I don't know. I don't really like either team here in this matchup with the Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. But what I have written down here, Parker, the Panthers have just fired offensive coordinator Joe Brady, looking for a spark with that type of move, but they can't get a spark when McCaffrey is hurt. That is the key to the Carolina offense, not the coaching staff. Matt Ryan, Cordell Patterson, Kyle Pitts, Gage will be just enough to win 24-17 against Carolina.
I'm going to piggyback on you on this one because I think Atlanta's going to win this game as well. And for many of the reasons of what you said, I don't know why they fired Joe Brady. I think he's a great young mind, and I think they're going to be looking back and kicking themselves when he's a head coach somewhere else and lighten it up. They have no quarter. Cam Newton is their quarterback, and CMC's gone. What's he supposed to do? This team sucks without CMC. They're not going to win this game. They don't know what to do without Christian McCaffrey. That is their entire team. Cam Newton's not good. It's just not good. I think that this is the Kyle Pitts game, and that Atlanta wins this game. I think it'll be close, but it's a tough slate. It's a tough slate to pick underdogs this week.
Yeah.
This felt like the best one to me. But I could see Blake's happening too.
Well, you wanted to piggyback off of Blake's game too. Yeah. In our best bets section here, Parker, what do you have?
So I'm going to the other side.
Okay.
Just to be controversial. Why not? Give me the Cleveland Browns. And I had -2.5, but it's now -3 to cover against the Baltimore Ravens. And I have got 2 reasons why. Could go into 3 reasons why. I could go into some crazy stats, but let me give you 3 reasons. 1, Baltimore Ravens are hurt. They just lost another cornerback for the season. 3 of their top 4 cornerbacks that started this year are done. Second reason, Baltimore just came off of a tough game. They laid out everything they had in that game. They're exhausted. We saw what an exhausted team looked like last night in Pittsburgh. They laid down 29-0 in that same game, Baltimore. But the number one reason why I think Cleveland wins this game and covers this game is the spot that they're in. I've never seen a spot. I've tried to look up to find where this has ever happened, and I can't figure it out. Baltimore has had a historic 3 weeks to prepare for this Baltimore Ravens. Get this. 2 weeks ago, they played the Baltimore Ravens, and they had a full week to prepare for that game. Bye week. So they had another week to prepare for them while Ravens were having to travel to Pittsburgh.
And they're playing the Ravens.
And they're playing the Ravens this week.
Basically back-to-back.
Back-to-back with a bye week in the middle. And they're preparing for the same defense. They should be absolutely know exactly what the Ravens are doing here. That's my main reason. I've never seen back-to-back with a bye week in the middle like that.
No, that's very interesting. Very interesting fact. And I think Blake's going with a game where they're familiar foes.
Yeah, I'm going Raiders Chiefs. Right now, the Raiders are 9.5 point underdogs at the moment. Patrick Mahomes just not having the same kind of year we're used to him having. Not scoring a lot of touchdowns. I think 9.5 is a lot of points. I think with these two teams being so familiar with each other, I think this is going to be quite a bit closer than 9.5 points. So for me, going with the Raiders to cover the 9.5.
I agree.
I could see it.
I do too.
The offense is off.
It's bad. He hadn't thrown a touchdown in 3 weeks. Last week he was 15.
Why is nobody talking about that? Everybody loves talking about Tannehill.
Well, that's because the main focus of this show is around our hometown teams and the Tennessee Titans. That's why.
You mad, bro?
Oh, man.
You mad?
Just facts, folks. And I'll give you some more facts. I'm going with Seattle -7 over the depleted, giving up, don't give a damn Houston Texans. The Seattle Seahawks have seemingly found new life with Russell Wilson beating the San Francisco 49ers. Still needs to get the running game going with Sleepy Pete. I don't know. I don't trust Peterson, but Parker brings up Davis Mills is the man playing quarterback for the rest of the season. I think the Seattle defense has been a little bit underrated the last few weeks. They've kind of played well, honestly. I'm going 28-13 and a who cares other than I got some money on it.
It's at 8.5 now.
Give me 8.5. It don't
Boom.
matter. 28-13 covers 8.5 as well.
Okay.
Seattle.
Yeah, they could do that. I know they lost Adams for the year. I think for the year. But Davis Mills, why not start him? Like, you drafted him. We know what Tyrod Taylor is. You suck. Throw him out there. Let's see what he can do. Like, let's see if you need to draft another quarterback.
Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
He's number 2 on the list that they think might go to the Steelers or be the Steelers quarterback next year.
They've got to get somebody because they have nobody on that roster.
Yeah.
And then one other thing I just saw reminded Demaryius Thomas news came out last night.
Yeah, man.
Passed away.
33.
Unbelievable. And you hate to see it, but when you first hear these things, you think awful things, drugs or stuff. And that's not the case in him. If by all accounts, he's a great guy. His cousin came out and talked in Denver about how he suffered from seizures. He had a bad car wreck in the end of 2019. And since then, he'd been having a lot of seizures. He even had a driver that had, because of his seizures, that had a key to his house to be able to come check on him. And his cousin said he had a seizure while he was in the shower. And it's just...
Yeah, they said that it was due to a medical issue.
Yeah, which is
you start thinking
awful.
CTE,
Yep.
Is that really kind of maybe something that's getting to me? Because you mentioned a wreck. I mean, could it just be traumatic stuff?
It sucks. He was he made 5 Pro Bowls. He was, there was a time, there was like a 2-year stretch where he was the best receiver in football.
Yeah, he's second all time in receiving yards and touchdowns in Denver and 3rd in career catches.
Yeah. I do have one other thing for you guys. So, to totally off subject, but since y'all were so nice to give me some of your hot sauce on your other show, I returned the favor with some other hot sauce. And the reason I got that one is because I was waiting for a different one to come in.
Oh, no.
So I will leave y'all. And you might know this one.
I might.
The other one's hot. This one might be.
So no, it's in a small bottle. That's not good. Oh, The End? Yeah, I know about The End.
So
I've never seen
this. This is The End, and it's a new one. It's called Flatline. They just came out with this one. There was The End, and this
I've
is
seen
the
this
Flatline.
many times at the Pepper Palace.
This one, so the last one I gave y'all is like 900 times hotter than Tabasco, it's a really hot one. Be careful with that one. This one's 7 times hotter than that one.
Whoa, my word.
So I just wanted to have a present to leave and then wait on this little guy to come in. So y'all enjoy, and I appreciate getting me on that one.
At some point, we will partake. That's on Blake's other channel.
We've got, the Dad Code podcast. Yeah, go ahead and follow us on Twitter at @the_dad_code. All that's going to be coming, and I am.
Your face is already red.
Oh my God. I got to figure out where garbage cans are and all that. We're going to have milk on the set here. We're going to have to be ready here. Newberry doesn't think it's going to be any big deal, but
it ain't nothing.
Newberry,
he
doesn't understand. I'm getting that stuff for him, not for me.
You're going to put like this little tip in it, and it's going to melt your face off.
That's just like Matt Stafford playing quarterback. It's a big nothing.
Exactly.
But our picks are done now. Let's talk about the beer brought to us by Black Abbey. What did we think?
Guy Fawkes Brown Ale. Let me tell you, for me, brown ales sometimes are hard to drink. I feel like this is really, I kind of got like a little citrusy, kind of fruity taste. I really liked it. Not super duper heavy like some brown ales can be. Like sometimes I feel like I can chew a brown ale. It's so thick and soupy. This one's really good though. I enjoyed it. I really like Black Abbey.
I do too.
A lot of their stuff.
My favorite beers are the darker beers, the brown ales. This was very smooth to drink, not hard at all. know the bitter beer aftertaste.
Mm-hmm. Not super duper duper hoppy either. I know a lot of people don't like the hoppiness of some beers.
No,
that's a good beer.
Yeah, this had a lot of good, and I really love their cans. I love the design of their cans.
Yeah, but you're right. It's a dark beer, but it's not a heavy beer.
It's not heavy. Oh.
Yeah.
And it's
that's why I was looking at it. I was like, is this like a light brown ale or something? Because, I mean, this was super easy to drink.
You know, it's weird, too, because we're drinking this. It's been sitting out before we opened it, and it's like not room temperature, but it's lukewarm.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of good warm.
It really is.
Like, I know that's really weird
Some
to say.
beer is like gross when it's room temperature or warm. I mean, and this was, I could drink it this way.
Good beer.
Yeah.
Very good beer. Good job, Black Abbey. Awesome. Everybody go check that out. Your grocery store ought to have that for sure, I'd say. But anyways, that was a show. I'm really kind of dreading the end there. It's kind of worrying.
I can't wait to watch it. I will not be here, but I will be watching on YouTube.
We're going to have gloves, Newberry, all kinds of stuff.
Bring it.
We might have to have camera lady Hannah here to hold the camera because I have a feeling we're going to be sprinting for the bathroom.
I might need Parker's garage to
go
running.
Yeah, no. I'm not going to be around because I'll be suckered into driving. I'm not going to do it.
Yep. Well, anyways, hey guys, thanks for joining us on this, our NFL Pick Show. Be sure to check us out on Twitter at DDS Sports Talk. Let's get that conversation started there. Tell us what you think about Demaryius Thomas's death. Tell us your favorite memory of Demaryius Thomas there. What do you think about Matthew Stafford? Is he for real this year? Can he take down Kyler Murray? I don't know. We'll have to see. All kinds of big stuff to talk about. Next quarterback in Pittsburgh. Tell us what you think, guys. Guys, closing thoughts.
Julio.
My favorite memory was his overtime touchdown reception from Tim Tebow. And I'll leave you with this. The easiest prop bet of the week, Tannehill throws a pick.
I don't know about that, but
Every
two-tone
week,
blue all the way. You guys be well.